So, before I get into this movie review, I have to do an update. Basically, this is about what's happening with my YouTube channel. I wasn't stopping videos on my channel at all. I wanted to continue doing videos, but it's not of video games. I know what I said, but I was like, you know what? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great video games out there, but I'm coming to a point where I'm getting sick and tired of video games because I keep going back and playing the same old stuff that I normally play. So that being said, yeah, this is what my YouTube channel is going to be like from now on. It's going to be about movie reviews, and right now I'm just really trying to focus on horror movies. Yeah, aka horror movies. So, and I wanted to start back in the past on some and watch movies that are supposed to be classics I've never seen before at all, and also yeah. So watch movies I've never seen at all before that are supposed to be classics, and other ones that I've never seen before that are supposed to be crap. I want to give my opinions on those movies. They're probably all crap, but yeah. But wait, but I'm going to be going back to the past, like I'm going to be starting like 1930, 1931. I'm writing down all horror movies ever done in a list. And I know I won't be able to do everything. I know I won't. Because it's impossible to find everything. Impossible. But for the most part, for the streaming services that I have online, I should be able to find most, though. Yeah. And I am paying for quite a few things. Well, I'm paying for Amazon Prime. Okay, so on to the first movie. The ancient vampire Count Dracula arrives in England and begins to prey upon the virtuous young Mina. Alright, this movie got 5 wins and 3 other nominations. Yep. And the people that play in this movie are Bela Lugosi, Helen Chandler, David Manners, Dwight Fry, Edward Von Sloan, Herbert Bunston, Francis Dad, Joan Standing, and Charles K. Gerard. Oh, right. So, what are my thoughts on this movie? Basically, overall, it's an amazing movie. It is. I've only seen this, like, I think one other time, and that was back in the 90s. I remember watching this. I remember watching a lot of the original monster movies. Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know if you would count that as part of the monster series, but I do. Yeah. Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman. What was the other one? Oh, 2 other ones. The Invisible Man, or Invisible Man. Sorry. And the Swamp Creature, the Swamp Thing, something like that. Yeah. That one came out way later though. I think like 50s, 60s, something like that. But yeah, right now we're focusing on Dracula. What do I think about this movie? Like I said, I've seen this movie at least once before in like a monster marathon in the 90s of all the Dracula movies, playing back to back to back to back of the original ones. Not the Hammer ones, the original ones. And this was one of them. And I remember this movie being great. And what do I think about this movie now? I'm watching it for a second time in my life. I really wanted to watch this. I was scrambling and scavenging the internet to find it, and yeah, it was very, very easy to find, though. Very easy to find. I think it's an awesome movie. Awesome movie. Oh my god. Bela Lugosi. He does it justice. Justice. Now, you know me, I don't like going into too much details. I like to talk about just the basics. Talk about the graphics, storyline, soundtrack, and the acting. And sometimes the direction. So, basically, what do I think about this movie overall? Let's start with the graphics. Not in color. That's what I gotta let you guys know. If there's anyone watching this that has never seen this before, I gotta let you know it's not in color. It's black and white, and it makes sense because it came out in 1931. 1931. Color movie. What's that? That's gonna come later at like 10, 20 years time. Yeah, 40s. I think there was some in the 40s, not many. Mostly starting in the 50s, though, for the most part. Um, yeah, no. Uh, so yeah, black and white. Really nothing much to say about the graphics because, well, can you talk about the graphics? Yeah, I guess you could. A lot of people say graphics really started in the 1970s, 1980s. I remember talking to a lot of people, like, I think it was like 10 years ago when I had my other job at the gym, and yeah, a lot of them were telling me, there wasn't any graphics until the 70s, 80s, and I kind of find that's bullshit. If it's a movie, there's graphics. There's always a type of graphics. Even in a black and white movie, there's graphics. The people that told me that, they're idiots. They all. What do I think about the graphics in this movie? For its time, awesome. And I could not see this movie being done in color at all. At all. To me personally, there are some movies that have the black and white feel to them, and so yeah, the graphics, black and white, it makes sense. And if it were to transfer into color, it might lose its feel for the movie, if you will. Um, so those are so yeah, that's the graphics for you, black and white. I remember hearing about how these original movies they couldn't do like one whole movie on like one uh bulb or projectile or something like that, and they had to keep this at this point in time. It wasn't as bad as in like the 1910s with the silent movies, 1920s. I do know then it was like every 5 minutes they had like every 5 minutes in those ones, uh, they would have to stop, put in another one, film it again, stop after 5 minutes, put in another one, film some more. Yeah, and I think by this point it was like more like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, and some scenes don't even last that long. So yeah, that's good. That's good that by this time they were able to do longer scenes. Um, so That's the graphics. The cast. Overall, great cast. Very good cast. But there's one person that goes above and beyond. And that's the main actor. The one that plays Dracula. Bela Lugosi. Oh yeah. He nails it. He nails it. The rest of the cast, don't get me wrong, they're very good actors, but hey, it's Bela Lugosi. You can't beat one of the best actors in the horror business, in the horror franchise. At one point in time, he was considered as the king of horror movies, along with Boris Karloff, and then later on, it was Vincent Price. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a cast for you. Soundtrack. The soundtrack was good. It made you feel. I don't think there was any music during the actual movie itself. Remember why? It was really more in the beginning with the credits, and the credits wasn't that long, but it got you like in the feel, in the mood for the movie, in the mood. So yeah, that's pretty much the soundtrack for you. It was pretty much at at the credits in the beginning of the movie. Yeah. And now the last thing I need to talk about, which is the worst part of the movie, the story. Not to say that it's bad. It's not. For its day and age, it's not. I'm gonna have to say it was actually, for the most part, very good. At times, it was kind of like, okay, what's going on? Or why was he saying that type thing? And it's not due to the actors. It's due to the like bad dialogue at times. But that being said, there wasn't many. There was a few places, but not many. Not many. And yeah, to me personally, everything else just makes up for it. It just makes up for it. And what would I? And now going to my rating, overall, I like many. I do find that this is a great movie overall, but but I want to give it. You know me, I don't like rating things a 10 out of 10 because it's like there's always room for improvement. So I normally give it a 9. I would give it a 9. But that being said, the storyline, like I said, the storyline at times I was like, the dialogue in like 2, maybe 3 places, it gives me a downgrade for the movie, and because of that, I have to give this movie an 8 out of 10. Oh yeah, IMDb gives this movie a 7.5 out of 10. I'm very close to the rating. Very close to the rating. And I'm like in between on like what they say. 7.5. I'm one of the majority that rates it higher. And there's probably like a majority that rates it lower saying, it's a 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. And very few would like give it a 6, 5, 4. But yet no, like most, to me personally, this is a great movie. Like I said, 8 out of 10. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If you loved this movie or didn't love this movie, you can let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. I always love your comments, whether you love the movie or hated it. You can leave a comment if you, yeah, I screwed up. Sorry everyone, I already did that. You can like this video. If you like this review, you can subscribe to my content. If you love my, you can subscribe to my channel if you love my content. You can tell I'm out of this. I gotta get back in the groove. So thank you for taking time to watch and join me for another movie review. I hope to do soon, and hopefully I do this better next time. I am out.